Have you ever felt that strange moment when technology goes quiet? When everything seems normal on the surface, but deep underneath, something powerful is shifting. It's almost like standing in a calm room right before a storm breaks. That soft, almost silent pressure in the air. That tiny feeling that something big is coming, even though you can't see it yet. And right now, that quiet pressure is coming from Apple. The company known for polished events, dramatic reveals, and iconic moments is suddenly acting in a way that feels different. No teasers, no press invites, no leaks flooding the internet. Just silence. A strange, calculated silence. But silence is never empty. Silence is full of clues. And if you know how to listen, you can already hear the change happening. Because Apple is preparing something massive. Something that could reshape the entire smart home industry. Something that could redefine the way we interact with our spaces, our routines, our habits, and even our devices. And almost nobody is talking about it. But today, you'll know exactly what Apple is building behind the scenes. You'll understand the signs, the leaks, the odd retail glitches, and the quiet shifts that point to one thing: the arrival of the HomePod Mini 2. Not just a tiny upgrade, not just a refreshed device, but the beginning of a new phase in Apple's smart home ecosystem. It all started with small changes. The kind of changes most people never notice. A missing color here, a sudden out-of-stock notice there, a strange price drop that made no sense. At first, it looked random, everyday stuff, but then it spread so fast that it became impossible to ignore. B&H didn't just remove a few HomePod Mini models. They removed every single one. Adorama quietly moved them to backorder. Target started losing options one by one. Walmart listings turned into a strange battlefield of resellers. Best Buy removed late-night pickup options. Staples ran out entirely. Verizon listings broke. Not over weeks, not over days, almost instantly. People who follow Apple know this pattern. It's not a glitch. It's not an accident. It's Apple's silent dance right before a product refresh. When Apple wants to replace something quietly, they don't announce it. They don't tease it. They simply pull the old one out of circulation so the new one slips in as if it always belonged there. And then came the final clue: Apple stores preparing for overnight resets. Apple only does these when new hardware is arriving without an event. No stage, no keynote, no reveal. Just a silent launch with zero drama, but maximum impact. So why is Apple doing this? Why now? The answer is simple. The first HomePod Mini runs on the old S5 chip, a chip built for an Apple Watch from years ago. It's slow, it's outdated, and it's absolutely not ready for Apple's next big move, Apple Intelligence. Apple's brand new AI system is meant to live across all devices, to learn from your routines, to react instantly, to support ultra-fast tasks, and to transform Siri into something actually capable and intelligent. But AI needs power. AI needs speed. AI needs modern hardware. And the HomePod Mini 2 is about to get exactly that. Here's what's coming inside: Apple's S9 chip, or possibly even the S10 chip. The same silicon powering the newest Apple Watch models. And that alone changes everything. It means faster processing. It means voice recognition that actually feels human. It means Siri understanding your tone, your requests, your patterns. It means smoother responses, sharper clarity, faster reactions, and a smart home device that finally feels alive. But the real upgrade, the truly game-changing one, is in the connectivity. Apple is moving the HomePod Mini 2 into the future with Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6. These aren't small upgrades. These are next-generation connectivity standards that almost no smart speakers have yet. Wi-Fi 7 means no lag, no buffering, and no fighting with other devices for signal. It means instant commands, instant playback, instant control. Bluetooth 6 means cleaner wireless transfers, better stability, higher range, and everything syncing smoothly without interruptions. The device becomes faster not just internally, but in the way it communicates with your entire home. And then comes the Ultra-Wideband chip, the magic ingredient. This chip allows the HomePod Mini 2 to know exactly where your iPhone is in the room, down to a precise spatial point. Imagine this MO. Mint, you walk in your living room after a long day. You say nothing. You press nothing. You lift nothing. But the HomePod instantly senses your presence. It recognizes your iPhone entering the space. It identifies that it's you, and it reacts automatically. Your music resumes. Your lights adjust. Your reminders play. Your environment adapts. Not because you asked, but because it knew. This is what Apple has been building quietly. A smart home that behaves like a living system. A system that doesn't wait for commands. A system that anticipates them. A system that understands context, movement, mood, sleep, routines. This isn't about controlling your home anymore. This is about your home becoming aware of you. And Apple isn't stopping with the HomePod. They're updating the audio chamber too. Deeper bass, richer mids, clearer highs, the kind of sound that feels bigger than the speaker. Apple learned something from years of HomePod tuning. People want small devices that sound huge. And Apple is delivering that again with a refined, more powerful internal design. The outside will stay familiar because people love the round mesh look. But Apple might drop new bold colors to spark excitement and conversation. And somehow, with all these upgrades, the price stays at $99. That alone guarantees that the HomePod Mini 2 will explode in popularity the moment it drops. But the HomePod Mini 2 isn't coming alone. Apple is upgrading the Apple TV too, and not just a small improvement. This is the biggest Apple TV jump ever. Instead of being a simple streaming box, Apple TV becomes the central brain of your entire smart home. Powered by the A17 Pro chip, the same one used in Apple's flagship iPhones, this tiny box will take on AI tasks, personalized recommendations, dynamic automations, and maybe even gesture controls in the future. Apple is also testing a version with a built-in camera. Imagine FaceTime on your TV with no phone in your hand. Imagine monitoring your home using your TV. Apple is shifting the role of the television from a passive screen to an active smart home hub. And then comes the AirTag too. Quiet, simple, powerful. The first AirTag was already a game changer. But the second version is getting triple the range, smarter alerts, a redesigned anti-tamper speaker, and the next-generation UWB system for even more precise tracking. That means losing your keys becomes almost impossible. Losing your bag becomes unlikely. Losing luggage during travel becomes something you never worry about again. Apple is strengthening its ecosystem not by releasing flashy gadgets, but by improving everyday devices in ways that actually matter. Quiet upgrades that have big effects. But here's the deeper truth. Apple isn't releasing random products. They're building a connected system. A home network that feels alive. A home that recognizes who you are. A home that understands your routines. A home that reacts, adapts, and evolves with you. The HomePod Mini 2, the new Apple TV, and the AirTag 2 are not separate gadgets. They are pieces of a larger vision. The foundation of the smartest home ecosystem Apple has ever created. And here's my honest opinion. Apple has been behind in the smart home race for years. While Amazon and Google built huge ecosystems, Apple stayed quiet. Too quiet. The HomePod Mini was good, but not enough. Siri was helpful, but not great. HomeKit was powerful, but limited. But now Apple is returning to the game with something bigger than anyone expected. They're using AI, UWB, and new chips to build a smarter, more intuitive, more powerful home ecosystem. A home that doesn't just obey commands, but understands them. A home that doesn't just follow routines, but adapts to your life. A home that becomes part of your daily experience instead of sitting silently in the background. This silent move, these quiet upgrades, might be Apple's most brilliant smart home strategy yet. They're not trying to shock the world. They're trying to quietly slide into the future while everyone else is looking elsewhere. And when the HomePod Mini 2 finally drops, people will realize how big this shift really is. Not because Apple said anything, but because the devices will speak for themselves. Because the moment you walk into a room and your home responds to you automatically, you'll understand what Apple has been planning all along. This is the start of something big, something personal, something intelligent, something that bleeds NDS into your life so naturally that you might forget it's even there. And that's exactly how Apple wants it. The HomePod Mini 2 is just the beginning. The new Apple TV is the engine. The new AirTag is the extension. Together, they build a smart home system that feels like a living ecosystem. A system that grows stronger with every device you add. A system that you don't control, but that understands you. And honestly, if Apple keeps the same $99 price for the HomePod Mini 2 while delivering all these upgrades, it's going to be one of the most in-demand tech releases of the year. Apple is finally showing its true smart home potential. Quietly, powerfully, strategically. And the people who see the signs now will know before anyone else. This is the smartest home Apple has ever prepared. And the revolution starts with silence. If you like the video, subscribe, share the video, and hit the bell icon.